has the whole Freemason marking, but there's a star in the center. They're actually porcelain eyes, glass eyes. That is a 666 with a pentagram star. That's the same symbol, but they actually erased it. Completely closed the whole place down. They boarded it with wood and plywood. More clothes. This is where things get dangerous when you pass these doors. See what I mean? That's the yelling. What is up, everyone? Thank you for watching Franco Travels. So today I'm starting off this video at the cemetery. The whole video isn't probably gonna take place at the cemetery. I don't know, but I do want to do a little bit of an exploration here. I always like this place. I do like my walks here, and I have like a lot of fun just kind of going through here, finding witchcraft, finding a lot of weird things that a lot of times are placed here. So I want to be able to find that, explore that, maybe tomb desecrations or whatever, see what beautiful mysteries that happen. This time I'm going to be exploring the southwest side of the cemetery. Now I'm usually towards the middle and the far like left side of the area, but now I'm going to be going to this side of the area, and I'm not too quite sure what to find. Then later, probably going to go to the very back where there's like a bunch of young people and stuff or whatever, and there's like this crematorium. I don't know, this is kind of like what I'm doing. I'm going off the cuff here, and then I'll be transferring the video to some other location and then just putting it all together. It looks like it's about to rain, but I don't think it is. I don't even know if it is. But that being said, let's get into the video. I do have my water bottle, and as you can see, I'm starting off my journey in a magnificent location. They even have a nice little water fountain here. It still eludes me that not a lot of people like to come here too much. And I think one of the craziest things about Chile is this beautiful cemetery. And I don't know how people don't want to come here and explore, or even go off to the, you know, kind of go off and explore the little hidden areas of this place. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to fix the brightness in a little bit. I don't know how bright it's going to get. Look at how beautiful that is. This is 100% by far one of my favorite places just to kind of walk through and do my steps, so I'm able to burn them calories and also be able to have a bit of an exploration. You know what I want to do actually? Because I can see this being a pain in the butt, carrying it every 2 seconds. So I'm going to take this because I know eventually I'm going to end up getting thirsty today. And if I get thirsty and I don't have water, you get dehydrated, then you get a headache, your body starts to get sore, your muscles can't recover as fast, and then you got yourself a bit of a problem, mate. And then what do you do? I don't even know. I have no idea what to do. Man, this is cool. Kind of looks like something from a Frankenstein movie. I don't know if you guys could see that. Does it come out too dark because of the sun? Yes. Of course it does. See? There's a beautiful light right behind it. Well, anyway, there's a beautiful picture of a Virgin Mary or a weeping angel kind of looking down. I love weeping angels. I think Argentina has this really beautiful place that I would like to check out, but everybody there is so like paranoid that if you go there to do whatever, I don't even know, they just don't want to publicize stuff. What do you do, the drunken sailor? What do you do, the drunken? First, let's see what's in here in these little crevices here. Oh, there we go. Luisi Roxy. That's just 2 couples in love. Lucky you guys. I'm kidding. Let me see what else is out here. Ooh. Oh, almost fell. Found a hat. TC. You know what I just realized? Oh, and underwears. You see a lot of underwears. I think people, they might poop themselves being out in these crazy adventures. I never found it to be that scary. Oh, look what I found. That way. I just saw people pass by. I knew I heard people talking. Oh, shoot. Look at this. More clothes inside of a tomb. It's like abandoned clothes. You know what I'm realizing? Maybe I should have wore a darker shirt so that way people don't see me so clearly. This is like a little hidden area. And see if I can fix my phone, put it towards the back a little bit. But look at this. There's a whole bunch of clothes just up here on the top of the tomb. I don't know why. At first I thought people were like dirtying their clothes and they just throw it back here. But this... Oh, what is this? There's like a writing here. Antifada are... And then 69. So I just looked this up on the internet, and apparently this is a very historic graffiti. This isn't recent. This isn't like anytime soon. This was a long time, like about almost, give or take, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And it's still here, but this is an antique, and the 69 or the ETA pretty much means that it's their tag signature. But this is something that happened a lot back in the day, but not anymore. And you could tell because of how outdated this graffiti looks like. So there's nothing really like witchcrafty anything about it yet. At least not yet. But that can change at any moment. At a moment's cost. Can it not, Mr. Montgomery? Very good, sir. Look at this. Alright. Let's look to see if I could find anything else that stands in my way, boy. Stands out. And I found something. Right over here. You kind of have to get in here just a little bit, no? And if you look right down here, there's paper. A lot of paper. And look at this. An old bottle with some algae growing on the inside. A beautiful paper of Jesus. El Evangelio de Jesucristo. That's all buried. A garbage can, which no one's going to ever see or empty because it's just hidden. Familia Integra Alente. Nobody's going to freaking see this. This is just hidden. There's a tomb that clearly blocks it unless this wasn't here in the past and it's just kind of like brand new. But look at that. This takes you back outside. Let's keep going deeper in because it's in these little catacomb areas is where you will find a lot of the cool stuff that you don't normally see. You just got to look for it. Get deep into that mud until you find something interesting, mate. That's usually what I do. Until you see something cool. Wow, what is that? Have you ever seen something like that, my friend? It is a church covered in barbed wire to keep the nasties and the thieves away so they do not take anything from that tomb. Huh? Let us look inside. Maybe there is something stolen. And if you listen carefully, you can hear our family on the other side. They sound like they're happy they passed. They're probably having a party. They do that here. But look at this. This is a whole church monastery tomb. And it looks to me... I don't even know why they locked this up too much. Probably because they were afraid of thieves. And I think back in the day when they built this, there was a lot of thievery going on. A lot of Mr. Big Nasty taking away the things from the people. That's what I think. I could be wrong. But that, right here, I want to go down. Look at this. You go right inside. And you go deep into the darkness. God only knows what you will find. Does it open? Of course not. Be gone, Frank. You're not invited into this one. Maybe next time, Theodore. Alright, let's go. No. Let's keep making our way through. So I found this nice little open route. Seems to be a lot more convenient for me. I shouldn't have that much of a problem being eligible to explore. Now I am keeping in mind that the security out here sometimes can be a pain in the arse. So what I like to do is that I like to try to avoid them at all costs. I don't care if they're friendly. I don't care if they're not friendly. Sometimes some things are just best not tampering with. Just because, look at this. Right over here, this is actually pretty cool. This looks old. This kind of reminds me of Peru, which you guys will be seeing soon as I make and ascend my way back home. All right. Let's, there's people to my right down here, so that is not going to be possible. So I'm going to continue. People out here, they just do things, and I respect them from that. Like, I wish the cemeteries here and how people react here is kind of like what happens in the United States, minus the desecration, obviously, and the thievery. But still, like, people coming out here having like a party with the family, drinking, even though the loved ones is far gone and deceased, still kind of has a nice little touch to it, where a graveyard should not be feared, but should be more inviting. It's a natural part of life. We all go through it. And at the end of the day, everyone's dying to come here, literally. But that's why I like it. It's actually one of my favorite places to do. It's actually what started this whole channel off. So, you know how I say everything changes and every good thing never lasts? Most things don't last. This is one of them. Look at this. Because of the graffiti and because of the 666 and the satanic rituals that were happening to this place, now that I'm coming back here, these people decided to just block the whole thing up. It's like, well, if they're gonna do things like this to the cemetery, they're gonna close it all up completely. And they did, 100%. This was actually one of the most interesting places here. I don't know if you guys remember, but I did a video here not too long ago, literally maybe like the beginning of this month, and there was like 666 written on the floor. There was a bunch of weird things that were written into this one specific cemetery, and now they completely closed the whole place down. They boarded it with wood and plywood just to stop the vandals. Because of that, they screwed it up for me. At least this little area is no longer accessible. Maybe if I'm lucky, they didn't completely close it all the way, because there's a lot of entrances out and into this place, but I doubt it. I'm more than 100% sure they shut this place down. They did try putting a camera here back in the day, just seeing if they could watch all the activity that goes on. That didn't work. Somebody just came in and broke the cable to the camera, stopping whoever from going in. Man, they really went hard on this. There's plywood everywhere. Come on. Don't tell me you did that. So I'm telling you, man, I give it a good 20 years and places like this. Oh God. Really? We're gonna start now, birds? I just got here and it's daytime. This is our last bit of hope. Is there any way in? No, that's it. This place is completely gone. If you don't remember how this place looks like, I will show you a quick preview now. This place will be a great music video for it. Oh, what is this? This is new. It's not like nothing's leaking. What the hell is? Oh shit. Check this out. This says 666 upside down. Right now it says 999. I feel like I just said something in German. But if you look this way, 666. See? This is what I'm talking about. Someone stained the floors with a black ink And then they stepped on it, just like I almost did. See the footsteps? And look at this. This is the tomb that was desecrated the last time and the whole door was open. Interesting how there's ink now in this area. And it says 6. There's another 6 here. Like they did it on purpose. What the hell is that about? 666. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be something demonic, but that is definitely kind of interesting. Well, that's it. It's done. I wonder if something else happened. You could kind of see the inside just a little bit. And you can see the wood. Can you guys see? There you go. You can see the wood in the back. But that's it. It's over. This place is done for. They're going to keep... This is going to stay here forever. Until it starts to deteriorate the wood. And then people will find a way to break in again. Maybe this is temporary until they put metal fencing. So much for the creepy ritualistic tomb. You just couldn't leave it alone. That must mean that they go through things all the time with people vandalizing this place. For them to do something like that, they just kept messing with the place until eventually they were like, you know what? It's done. It's not going to work. Let's keep going. Wow, that is cool. Oh, wow. I thought that was a person for a second. Oh, I've been here a while ago. Do you guys remember this? Look at this. These are supposed to be all the angels, right? Or whatever you want to call them. Ghosts. Right? And then, right when you cross to this side, you have the deceased. Right there in the center. Getting ready to go to wherever they're going. But that looks like a husband and wife. Look, there's even a little boy right over there. Isn't that cool? I could probably do some B-roll with this. Put it on the intro. And then look at this one over here. I think at night this would scare the hell out of me if I'm not prepared for it. Even though it's just a statue. It is a very beautiful one. I don't know if you could see it because the sun is so bright. Or not the sun, but just the lighting. When it's so bright like that, it's harder for you guys to see. I don't know why there's so many helicopters in the air flying around this area. They kind of look military. So look at what I have found here. 1951, the day the earth stood still. That is quite unnecessary. Oh wait, what? Are you serious? There's Freemasonry out here, all the way in South America, in a small little village in which I am from. Look at this. Oh, what does this mean? It's a G502. That could be a marker for where I'm at. But this, I've never seen this before. So, this is what I find interesting. It has the whole Freemason marking, but there's a star in the center. Usually, in the United States, they'll have the G. You know what I mean? The big, there's like a G in the center. And then on top, there's like a little tiny pyramid. What is that about? I do not quite understand. But this guy was definitely a big dude because there's a lion in the front. Usually that's pretty much meaning power, that this person might have been very powerful. Could have been a high leader, military, governor. Probably says it right here and I'm just not paying attention. Anita, Maria. It's a bunch of people here. This has got to, oh, I mean, I'm so smart. Just read the tomb. Humaneje el Gran Maestro, Grandmaster. He was a Grandmaster. Homenaje el Grandmaster, Luis Alberto, Grandmaster for Freemasonry. That's a thing. So that's the Grandmaster's tomb from the side, right? And if you look here, I don't know if this is all part Familia Asen, Familia Salazar. I don't know if this is part of his family, but these are all the tombs here. It would probably make sense if they have Freemason signs, but sometimes Freemason people, or a lot of the times, they take care of their own. And that's what I think. They're probably taking care of their own. Let's see. This place is absolutely amazing. I don't know, I just have fun going through here because it's like you put history together. I wish it was in English, because that would make it a lot more easier to understand, you know? But I'm just kind of going through it fast just to see if I could put 2 and 2 together. You guys are probably just like, Frank, it says it right there, tonto. It's not that difficult. Stop being such a tortaza and know your secrets, you know? I don't know. I'm only, you know what I mean? I just chill. I just go with the flow, guys. So stop being so serious with me. It's supposed to be fun. What God put on earth for fun, us humans took it way too serious. And we nailed him to the cross. God, I choked on my own saliva. And we nailed him to the cross. Look at that. This looks like the cloth where they found inside of a tomb, where they found Jesus, right? Well, they said it's like Jesus' tomb, and they put the cloth on or whatever, and you have like all the blood stains or whatever, and it's supposed to be his face. I'm not really like, yeah. So that's what they found, and this kind of looks just like that. It says a name here, A. Fernando. Let me get out of here before somebody yells at me. Get off that tomb! There we go. All right. Let's just keep going, shall we? And seeing what other beautiful one. Wow, that looks like Casper. Or a tomb for Casper. This big one right there. Look at that. I could just hear that piano song from Casper. Doom, doo, doo, doom. Doo, 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 doom. Wow, that's a nice one. Feliz los que mueren en el Señor. Happiness for the ones who pass away in Jesus, or God. I think I said that right. I think I said that right. I may not be quite sure. Well, how do you know if you're not sure? I don't know. That's the glory of it. You just do things. But you have to have respect. You have to kind of go through these things with a little bit of knowledge. Well, I'm trying my best to learn. Hello there, Theodore. Pleasure to see you today. Good morning, Frank. I'm going to go see my wife. All right, let's keep going. Oh, wow. What is that down there? I don't even think I've been to this. What is this? This is like a, I think that's the worker area. Am I even allowed? No, that closes off there. My God, what have we done? What kind of monster did we create? I believe it's the Frankenstein monster, Mr. Frankenstein. But what is this way? That I do not know. I hear people. Look at this. We're kind of on this adventure together. I hope you guys like it. I always kind of say it on my other videos that this kind of feels like a one-on-one, minus getting in trouble. That's what used to happen with me and Scott. Like every Wednesday, it was a thing. Frank, today's our one-on-one meeting. We're going to talk about your behavioral status with the job department. But Scott, what did I do now? Well, you ate breakfast in the morning. As soon as you came into work, your ass was supposed to be working. But Scott, it's 6 in the morning. It doesn't matter, Frank. You peasant, get on your knees. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, Scott is a smart dude, could fix anything. But I think he was in his learning process of being a supervisor, and he just said some things that completely took the moral right out of me wanting to work there. I was like, dude, you just completely killed me wanting to work here with the way you just spoke to me. And I feel like, in the same time, I'm 100% happy he did it. Because had he not done that, I'd probably be still there right now. Not that it was a bad place to work, but I much prefer this. This is like, to me, so much more better. And I've always been more of a, kind of like to entertain people, make people laugh, have an adventure. The thighs of what? Stop it, Stephen. But just tell me. No, I'm talking about the tomb, not what you're talking about. Ugh. Why do you have to tempt me? You always do that. You're such an animal. Stephen, not now. But if you look right there, Stephen, this one. By the way, I just made up the name Stephen, not the Stephen I know. Because I know you guys know that I know a Stephen. I'm not talking about that one completely. I'm just making it up in my head as I go, okay? But that is a 666 with a pentagram star. I don't even know how they got in here because it's gated. And then it has like a weird thing in the bottom, which God knows what that means. Hold on. I'm gonna check this out for myself. Give me a sec. Okay, so I'm asking to seeing what this is. I had to travel a bit of away from the location only because I don't have network at all. It's a full picture of it, see? That's what you guys saw on the wall. That is what I'm trying to figure out what that is. It looks Hebrew, right? I'm not trying to, like, you know, overly study it. I'm just curious as to what it is and what it means. So I made it to the other side because I was just trying to see if I could get network to kind of understand that. I did kind of look around the area to see if there was more signs. There was nothing that appears to be evident. But there's people like hiding in the bushes too at times. There's times I'm walking around and I don't even see them. I'm just kind of just doing my steps, right? And all of a sudden I just see like a Chilean guy's head just stick out. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tú estás haciendo? And I'm like, what are you doing? You're the one who just came out of a tomb. People like to sleep in tombs or hide stuff. And I think it's morally the people that are less fortunate that choose to do that. And I have no, listen, I don't judge them. I don't kink shame anyone. If you want to do that, do your thing, you know? I mean, for my spare time, I do know if I was back home, I'll be in my little graveyard, not inside of a tomb, but I would be in one, you know? Just chillaxing, you know? All right, let's see what the hell else can we find in this beautiful sanctuary of death. Okay, so I've made it to another part of the cemetery. My internet is still jacked. I can't get it to work for nothing. So I've made it here, and look. That's the same symbol, but they actually erased it. Or at least they tried to erase it. And I think this is the same person because you could see, you know, you could see like the same writing on the top, but now it's mixed. This was on the bottom and the bottom was on the top, but now it's been switched up around, which is interesting. And look down here. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Mierda! Don't touch that. All right, let's keep going. I told you this place is like never ending. But it is beautiful, to say the least. The sun is getting ready to come down, though. I'm not sure if you can see it in the back. So soon, these people might get tiresome of my presence. And they may tell me that you, sir, need to leave as soon as possible. I think. They might say that. But I cannot. They could say whatever they want. Then I leave. So be it. Ciao. Your privates are tainted. Please remove it. This one tends to go down into the barrels of hell. That is actually kind of cool, though. Padre de Jesús Santo. But can't go in to see Padre Jesus Santo because the gates are locked. This is why I like abandoned cemeteries. And I get a lot of criticism from people online. Well, there's a certain few people. But I don't care. I love them too. Just like God. I care for each and every one of you. But there is a certain few people like, why are you recording in a cemetery that's abandoned? Shame on you. Shame. I'm like, don't you understand, child, that these graves have been abandoned? They are ever forgotten. The only people that would ever see it is either thievery or the misfortunate. Especially at the desert. You know, eventually time will just bury you. Literally. After you've already been buried, then your tomb will be buried. And you'll be forgotten. A handful of dust. as if you were never here to begin with. And that's the same thing that's going to happen to you and me, everyone. It'll be as if we were never here. And then who knows what happens afterwards, you know? It is a mystery. Hopefully there's beautiful heaven waiting. Hopefully I don't wind up in hell. It's like, surprise, Frank, plot twist. Are you happy to be home? I'm like, what do you mean? I thought I was going to heaven. No, not you. You've been very naughty, dear boy. But what did I do? You remember that cat? Yes, that cat. Oh, she told me everything. Damn it. All right, so now let's make a left. And, oh, actually, screw the left. We shall go right. And seeing what beautifulness is in between the tombs. These cleaning ladies see everything, by the way. See these little houses here? I think these are people that either live here or clean or just take care of the whole place. That's why their area is so spotless and clean. And they have a name. Well, I don't think it matters. And a number on there. And some dirty clothes. Oh! Hello there. I'm not a threat. I heard what you did to that goat, you animal. Be gone. Oh, look at this. Right over. Oh, this is creepy. You're going to like this one. Look at her eyes. They're actually porcelain eyes, glass eyes, which is unique for a statue of this statue. Because they usually don't have porcelain eyes. They usually have it just concrete. At first I thought it was black, because it looks like they're black from far. But no, it's not black. They're glass eyes. Alright, let's see what's further into the darkness. Further into the mysterious elements of the night. Oh, this person was just buried. That means they're fresh. Welcome to the ball game. Whoever you are. Right over here, see? Look at all these flowers and roses. Make sure there's still no family. Wow, that was today. Concario Mario Tapia Manrielli. They could be Italian or Argentinian. Wow, that is cool. Alright, let's continue. Into the depths of hell. So look at what I found here. If you look past this wall, there seems to be a t-shirt and some clothes. Once again, I don't know what this place's obsession with just random clothes. But if you go this way, right over here, jumping onto this wall, so I don't bust my ass. And check this out, right over here. I was expecting a lot more than this, but I think you could just clearly see it from the front door because I'm not all there. Well, that was that. I thought for certain I came with a cool bamboozling way to be able to explore this kind of stuff. Trying not to twist my ankle or fall in. There we go. Whew. Well, it appears I've survived. Now I come out and about. Ooh, the sun came out as it's slowly starting to fall. Let's go check inside. Here? No. Let's go deeper into the dark. Deeper into the gallows of death. Much deeper into the gallows of death. This way. And, yeah, this is it. This will do it. Eventually you come crossing corners and you'll find a different avenue. Now, if you're wondering, dear Frank, my boy, have you been here before? No, I have not been here before. And for some reason my camera's showing me upside down. There it is, I fixed it. But I'm here now, and that's all that matters. Whoa. This place looks angelic. Like, I feel like I'm in heaven, but I realize that people also die in heaven, and there's this graveyard in heaven. This would be it. It just looks so nice. What is that over there? What is up with random people's belongings? Oh, look at this. I remember this game. Oh no, it got it. Still works too. Oh, I just heard someone scream. Sound like a little kid. Again, that could be people just screaming, you know? Not trying to say it's paranormal. But look at this, right over here. Wow, I don't even know what this is. But why is it here? I do not know. Maybe to visit a tomb. Possibly that tomb. Maybe they left it. When did you pass? 11/19. I don't know when you passed. Does it say it? 2011. I think they probably would have gotten over it by now. For you to leave all your stuff there. Maybe somebody just dropped it off. That's usually how it is. People come visit for a little bit, and then life goes on, and we learn to let go, and so forth. And that's how the cookie crumbles. Oh, would you look at that? Veronica. That's my cousin's name, is Veronica. Right inside here, there's a hidden picture. 1979 was the day Veronica passed. Poor thing. But yeah, she would have passed around that time. I like how they gave her a little. That's kind of what stood out to me, was a little, you know, rooftop for Veronica. May your soul rest in peace, Veronica. Let's keep going this way. I have to be careful because the area that I'm at, right outside this place, things get dangerous. Very dangerous. This is not a very good side of life. But I did bring both cameras, so I do have my spy camera. The only problem with the spy camera is that today I decided to be foolish enough to wear completely white. And my spy camera is black, like my men. And so now basically I have to, you know, people are going to just see me with a black spy camera right there on my chest plate. Sir, what is that? Are you recording me? No, it's from my OnlyFans. Duh. Yeah, but that's pretty much what it is. See what I mean? That's the yelling I'm hearing. Let's see if we can find out who's yelling. I think somebody probably woke up in their tomb and they're pissed. I told you I was sick, not dead. There is certain rural areas where they don't take you to the hospital, and if they think you're dead, they just bury you, and you could just be in a coma with a low respiration rate, and no one will know the better. Not saying that's what happened here, but I'm also not saying that isn't what happened here. Who knows? Look at this. Well, I am still actually trying to look for the person screaming. I'm not having much luck. Wait. Could it be that woman up there? Let's see if she does it again. Oh, whew, it stinks here. Jesus Christ. Oh, disgusting. Smells like a used person. Take it away. That's tainted. Send it back. I feel like when I do that, it reminds me of Jeffrey Epstein. When women show up. What's that? How old is she? 21. Oh, no, take it away. Send it back. It has been tainted. Send it away. I saw that from a YouTube video, okay? I'm just repeating it. I forgot what the guy's name who said it. But that's when I say that, I'm reminding myself of that. But 18. Oh, no. Send it away. It has been tainted. Send her back. You can do better. What was that lady's name? You can do better. Maxwell. Do better, Maxwell. Next time you get the stick. I don't know. Let's keep moving. There's people through here. And look at what we have here. This is another monument of Jesus Cristo. You must say it like that with 2 H's. Jesus Cristo. There you have to. I almost said it wrong. I have to do it better. Jesus Cristo. This is where the magic's at. You know, I had a friend one time, and he doesn't really believe in religion, and I told him one time, I was like, so can you tell me, what is a mythical creature that you wish to see? What's like your rare Pokemon that you always wanted to see? This dude said Jesus. I was like, bro, that is so messed up. You cannot say that. I will not utter his name, but it was kind of funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I saw where he was coming from, and that was indefinitely funny. Oh my God, this looks so nice. As you can see, autumn is about. And not just any type of autumn. And it's weird because it doesn't really feel too cold, but the leaves are beginning to fall. In other words, they are beginning to believe in the dark arts. I feel like I should work inside of a dark room or a tunnel of some sort. Some sort of like with candles and stuff. I used to do that. My room used to be brown, dark brown. And I would have a whole bunch of like cloth curtains and stuff like that. And I don't know what it is, but I love that kind of like, it just felt so comfy and gothic and weird, you know? My uncles would come over and they would say that you're the devil, because they're super religious. Like, they are super religious. They're Pentecostal. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with Pentecostal, but when it comes to the part where you can't really enjoy certain things. Hola. I think I found a friend. Hi. Here. Come. Don't be afraid. I'm here to be your friend. Okay, maybe not. She probably knows what happened to the goat, so she's like, nope, hell no. I'm not voting for that one. Not after when you get a goat. But yeah, that's kind of, you know, what it was. And the thing is, I just really liked it, that. But, you know, not all who wander are doomed, you know? Because I may have been to it, but there was a lot of other people as well that was just as much into the very same thing. And I loved every minute of it. Where am I off to now? Right now I'm currently sitting at 8,000 steps since I started. And today I took it easy. I played a little bit of a zombie game to keep myself occupied. This place is like a miniature town, I swear. Alright, let's keep moving forward and seeing what's here. Welcome to Jurassic Park. I don't even know. I think this is the crematorium. This is the crematorium. And that is new. And they put a weeping angel. It's a brand new weeping angel. Is it? 1935. I think they're preserving it. I don't know. I could definitely not know. But look at that. That is cool. You can see how it's all deteriorating on the inside. It's falling apart. I think they're going to try to restore it or fix it. But this here is, I feel like I'm in Florida with all these palm trees. Definitely not in Florida. But this is where it's at. This is where the magic happens. Right up through here. And over here is where they have all the bodies. The bodies of the people who passed away. This is where, when you pass and cease to exist, my friend, you come to a place like this. I saw a reflection of somebody behind me. And it was not me. Now, if I'm lucky, it's open. If I am extremely not lucky, then it's, I bet you it's locked. It's locked. See? It's kind of blurry. but it is to be expected. Is this one open? All right. If it's locked, I like the opposite sex. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. It's locked. Which that means I'm straight, because I said I like the opposite sex. That means I like women. Ha. Now, if this one's locked, I'm not even going to say nothing. Yep, it's locked. That's where they would put the body before taking it to the ever-ending dungeon of doom. But it seems to be closed. Well, I definitely think I explored the majority of this place, so don't you? I think I'm getting all messed up. Look at my hair. I look like a crazy mad scientist. In the back is where they stole the bodies of the unknowing and the deceased. Way back here is where you will find them, I think. See, maybe we're lucky. Maybe I could see something in the back. Nope, not at all. Not lucky. Completely unlucky. Is there anything over there? Nothing. You hear that? You hear that? That's where your body goes, where you hear the music. Right now someone's dead right now, getting cremated. And they got reggaeton going on in the background. That's how you know you truly made it in life. That's probably what's going to happen to me. If I'm ever aware that I passed away and I'm just sitting there and I hear that, I'm like, yep. Carlos is going to have a great time with me. Papa, you died, papi. Listen, you didn't make it, fool. But it's fine. I'm going to take care of it. Oh, gunshot. Oh, he'll be here soon. But yeah, that's how it would be. Papa, don't worry. You'll be slapping me in the face. Like, I'll be inside the bed just like that, frozen. Say, Papa. Papa. Listen, I don't know if you're aware, but you're dead. Like, you die, fool. You died in the most craziest way ever. You had a heart attack. You didn't even expect it. And it's just going to be like that. It's just how it is. You can't really prepare for your day. If I could pass away and I had to pick how I go out, it would be fighting the Predator. Like the movie, not like a Predator, but like the movie Predator. Like, you know what I mean? That would be pretty cool. If I win that one, that'd be pretty glorious. But if I fail, then, you know, I died gloriously fighting the Predator. Notice you guys got a little saliva on the screen. All right, well, I'm going to see if I could find something else to record around this area. The time is getting dark, and I need to start making my way out of here before I get in trouble. So I am in a place now that looks like Rome. Like, I feel like I'm in Great Rome. Here in South America, it's like a graveyard. Still here, look at this. That is intimidating. And then when you look this way, look how beautiful this is. This looks like that one scene from Gladiator. Artem biom odio levrum Gladius Erexius Erection Loritis. Where do you want to go? I wish to go home. To a family on a prairie on top of a hill. Yes. Gladius Erexius Erectionis Oradius. Nissan Maximus. Pathfinder. Jaguar. And then we go back into the Spanish area. But for a second it did look like Romania, like Rome, right? Or Greek. Was it Greek or Rome? One of the two. But it still looks amazing. That was cool. And then, I mean, it kind of still does, with the checkered floors and the tiles. And I realize now that I have to pee. And I'm in a very bad spot because everybody's buried everywhere. Oh, what is this? There tends to be some more gang writing. It's weird because you don't really see too many gang people here. I did in the beginning, but not anymore. See? Not sure what that's about. So it appears I found something quite interesting. And if you look over here, now this bird probably died of natural causes, but what if it didn't? What if we just used the idea to entertain the idea that maybe, what if something weird happened to it? Because this bird literally looks like it just exploded, but maybe it didn't. Maybe it was just like a massive heart attack or something. But look at here. See? Doesn't look like it exploded. Maybe I'm overthinking it. But there's a dead bird there. And there's no markings. Usually if they killed a bird, they would put markings all around it. But nothing is to be seen or heard of. Let's go this way. And let's keep going forward. Right through this way here. Perfect. I'm actually currently trying to make my way out. It may look bright to you guys, but for me it is 5:42. This place actually closes at 6. So I'm supposed to have my butt gone, baby. It's supposed to be out of here. Check this out. This is a nice little area I just kind of stumbled upon just walking through here. And it's like a little neighborhood of tombs. I would live in a place like this. Not like this, but like I would live in a house here if I could. I'm not afraid. I would like to experience it until maybe if it's too crazy, then I won't. Like I'll be like, okay, I need a break. Too much paranormal activity for one day. But this is so nice. Especially as the sun is going down, it looks even better. Look at that. Would you guys stay here? Let me know in the comments. I want to know if you guys have the gut to stay in a creepy place like this. Now, when I say stay, I don't mean like stay inside a mausoleum. Just pretend it's a perfect house right here, and around you is just mausoleums and graves and stuff. I would definitely. And it would have to be safe from people though. Like I don't want to come outside and see people just staring at me outside. All right, making my way outside. This is where things get dangerous when you pass these doors. It's no longer as safe as you would think it is. There we go. Oh, buenas, ¿qué tal? I don't even know that guy was right there. He was just staring at me. Oh, all right. Now I've made it out. I gotta see if I could get in contact with an Uber and get ready for my next adventure. It might be the next day, like tomorrow. But if I keep going down through here, it gets dangerous. So let's see what I can do. Now I just gotta wait, and hopefully I'll be able to have a ride. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. Sometimes people don't like to come and, you know, pick you up because they think that where you live at is too dangerous. I just say they're pansies and they're afraid of the unknown, like everyone else usually is. I was afraid until I realized there was no need to be. 6:10, it's already sundown, so the sun is going to be dropping from this point forward. But it is a very beautiful spot. All down through that road, way out there, it gets also dangerous. It's actually pretty creepy driving through those areas. So we shall see. Okay, that's my ride. Bueno, sí, para Frank.
Adelante,
Sí, gracias, amigo.
¿Te gusta poner adelante?
Oh, adelante.
Sí, se gusta.
Oh, that's weird.
Cómodo ahí que atrás es cómodo.
Yeah.
¿Cómo está, caballero?
Bien, bien. Otro día. Alright, so I've made it up a mountain, and right now I am way up in the clouds. I am about currently 6,000 what 300. Whew, I just got lightheaded. Whew, I should not have looked down. 6,303, and this is a very dangerous time because as I'm going up this mountain, I think I'm better off. Here, look, I'm going to show you guys how it looks like outside. The problem with this is that when everything gets moisture and clouds and rain and stuff from this whole area, it pretty much wets all the top of the mountain and stuff, right? And it causes rocks to slide. It starts to pull and get heavy with moisture, causing rock slides, and that's why you see so much rocks in the middle of the road, which could also kill me because the bigger the rocks, look, you can see the top of the mountains up there. I'm still climbing in altitude, but I'm in the thick of it right now, and holy crap, is it beautiful. I could almost see Jesus and my abuela if I'm lucky. Let's see if I can keep going as much as I can. Look at that. Wow. This is like something from a movie. Well, some of the fog cleared up here. I think I'm descending from altitude just a snag. That's still the continuation of the road that side. Jesus. I started recording because I felt like if there's a moment where things could go south, it would probably be here. Whoa, buddy. I don't see a single car here. I'm expecting to see snow eventually. But look for you guys. I feel like I'm at a volcano, seeing all these clouds. It's very like intimidating. It's like something's about to happen, but just hasn't happened just yet. But that's how it feels like. Look at this. It's like volcanoes are about to erupt. And that is not smoke, even though it looks like smoke. That's pure moisture. That's a cloud. You ever wanted to touch the clouds? Too bad, because I got to. I don't even know I didn't even know I was going to go with that one. It looks like a river of clouds just kind of flowing through there. You can see it moving past. Look at that. Wow, that's amazing. All right, I made it to the Great Ravine. Things are starting to clear up here. So beautiful. This literally looks like a scene for a movie. Still can't get over the way the mountains look like that, or the clouds that's just flowing through the mountains. All right, so I finally made it back somewhat towards the house area. I am going to get these videos onto my computer, wipe my cameras, and then get back on to yet another crazy adventure if I choose to do it. Let's see how well this video did. But this is pretty much where I'm living at. Wow, the clouds are beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see the clouds. It looks awesome. I'm going to cover the address here, so I don't have any unexpected company. There we go. And my keys. This is pretty much where the magic happens. Right here. There we go. I am now safe. Outside of this little area is dangerous. That guy, the taxi driver, was actually pretty cool. He threw me off with, let's go up. He threw me off with having to sit in the front. But I think because of the area that I was at, it's dangerous. So, you know, as long as he could see my hands, he's happy. I think he saw my knife though in the front of my book bag. I never travel without that. I would feel so insecure without my knife. Until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for watching Franco Travels. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a cool little quick exploration of this whole place. And yeah, till then, I will be seeing you guys on the next adventure. Bye, guys.